Hey there, if you use Buddyboss app to power your online community or e-learning service, you will want to stick around to the end of this video because I have something thrilling to show you. My name is Philip Ikpewuna and I am a Buddyboss enthusiast. I have been using Buddyboss products, including the Buddyboss platform and the Buddyboss app, since Buddyboss launched both products. And I'm thrilled at the fantastic work that the Buddyboss team is doing. After I launched my Buddyboss app, I wanted to do more, to go beyond the features that came out of the box with the app. Thankfully, the Buddyboss team was innovative enough to include support for custom development with the app. But the challenge is that custom development requires a lot. You have to know React Native, PHP, core WordPress development to get your custom features in the app. And not only that, you need to learn Git, DevOps, quality assurance techniques, a whole lot of skills. The list goes on, and you can begin to see that that can already immediately become a very daunting task. My team and I set out to build a system that will allow Buddyboss app owners to get started with custom features without the need to learn React Native or WordPress development. After 1 year of research and development, we have created a plugin called Blockli. Blockli is a no-code solution that helps you create blocks, screens, and custom features for your Buddyboss app. Blockli gives you powerful new options for building dynamic and engaging layouts in your app, improving the overall look and customizability of your Buddyboss app. The MVP release of Blockli will include a feature called UI cards. Blockli UI cards will help app owners create beautiful screens for their Buddyboss app, increase sales, engage visitors, collect leads, and help users navigate their Buddyboss app and find the information that they need. Think of Blockli UI cards as a well-signed road or digestible content that points users in the right direction. Users can browse and swipe through cards using CTA buttons that invite them to take actions in your app. Blockli UI cards help keep things fresh and interesting, thus keeping users engaged while they are in your app. Feedback from early testers showed that Blockli UI cards improved Buddyboss mobile app experience and boosted user experience significantly. Blockli can be used to display WooCommerce products, coupons, GamiPress posts, LearnDash courses and lessons, Buddyboss groups, forums, blogs, and any content on your site. Blockli uses the Buddyboss deep linking system to navigate users to different content in your app. It is compatible with native app pages and web fallbacks. The Buddyboss app system requires that you have two things if you're going to do custom development. You need a plugin and a GitHub repository that contain custom React Native code to be merged into your app during the build. When you purchase Blockli, your purchase includes the Blockli plugin and a license to lease our custom Git repository developed and managed by our team. Our team will take care of the setup for you and you don't even have to lift a finger. We'll maintain your Blockli Git repository for you and constantly push new updates, ensuring that you always get the latest features. Now that you get the idea, let's jump in and see how Blockli works. And here we are. So, like I mentioned, we have 5 UI cards. Block cards, video cards, graphic cards, featured cards, and postcards. And I'm going to show you what these cards look like when it's finally in your Buddyboss app. So let's start with the graphic cards. Now, the graphic card, you can see it's really a simple way of bringing in different kinds of content into your app. So for example, this first one here, this can be used for a variety of purposes. Say, for example, you can use this to showcase a leaderboard of different members in your community. Let's say, for example, you want to highlight some members in your community. You can literally replace the words there that says physics and 23 out of 34 lessons to say the person's name and maybe their profile type or something like that. And then when you click on that card, it will take you straight to the person's user profile. And I'm going to show you how to configure all of that in the WordPress backend. And then this one here. Now, just know that these cards could be used for anything. I'm just using forums. For example, here, I'm using forums, for example, like I want to showcase like my forums. I can use this to also direct people to groups or to LearnDash courses or to specific posts or blog, whatever content that you want to direct people to. So you have a ton of options to choose from. And then, so these are really cool. Then let me show you the other cards. So let's go to our video cards. The idea behind video cards is just to give you a set of UI cards that you can use to direct users to video content in your website. So it could be a YouTube video, it could be a Vimeo video, it could be a blog post that has a video in it, it could be maybe a forum discussion or an activity post that has a video in it. But basically anything that has to do with video, you will want to use these cards for it. You can use them to point people straight to LearnDash lessons. So let's say, for example, you can have highlight a specific lesson for the week in your homepage or in a specific app page, so people don't have to go searching for it. They can just literally click here and then go straight into the lesson. Now, all of these are all configurable inside the Blockli plugin when you install it on your website. And so let's take another look at, and this one, we call them featured UI cards. You can use these cards to highlight specific things or contents. It could be products, it could be whatever, blogs, anything that you want to highlight in your community within your app. You can use them to showcase coupons, like you can see this one here. It has, so basically what you would do is that you're going to include the URL to whichever of this content that you want people to get to. I love this one. This is one of my favorite. Here, you can use this also to highlight different things within your app. It could be blog post. It could be just anything, right? And then this one's here too. All of these things are completely customizable and dynamic within your in your app. The next category is the postcards. We're still adding more designs to this one. So basically here, I'm using this ones to show Gaming Press achievements, challenges that we run in our community. It could be anything. You could use it to showcase anything that you want. It's just your imagination and your creativity on how you want to use these cards, because the images, the text, the titles, the headings, the meta text, all of these things are all customizable. You can change them and put anything that you want in there. And then we are currently developing or creating some designs for, Buddyboss in-app products to kind of like have a really nice and stylistic way of showcasing the products that you have in your Buddyboss app, rather than just having what it's provided default in the app. And then we have our own version of the blog posts. If you remember, Buddyboss just recently released a blog that allows you to show different blog posts in your website in your Buddyboss app. Now, our version, our blog, is going to give you even more variety of style options to choose from. So that means if you drag a blog block into an app page, you have the option to select one of these designs to showcase that in the app. And all of that is going to be done dynamically on the fly, right? And so we have included a lot more fields like the categories, icons to show that, say for example, in this case, some people have requested that in their blogs, they might have videos or just straight up article. So they would like a situation whereby they can indicate that that particular blog post has article in it, or it has videos in it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use Blockli to add UI cards to your Buddyboss app. Before you get started, you need to do a few things, gather a few assets and things that you will need to create your UI card. So in my case, I'm just going to go over here. You can see here, we are actually going to provide you the template and preview for all of the different UI cards that come with the plugin and the GitHub repository. And so what you now need to do is, in that documentation, we'll also provide for you a label of all of the fields that you need for each specific UI card. So in this case, I'm going to use one of my favorite. This one is called featured graphic card. Now for this particular design template, all I need is a title, a subtitle, a description, a tagline, a call to action text, as well as a banner image. Now, there are some other styles that require different set of fields. For example, if I go down here, you can see this is one of the featured cards that we have as well. So this one uses a different set of fields, but we will provide you a simple way to know exactly what fields that you need. So here I know that these are the things that I need. So if I jump into the back end, and here you have Blockli. When you install Blockli, Blockli is going to install 4 custom post types. The first one is a video card, then you have a graphic card, a postcard, and a featured card. Now, these post types is what you're going to use to gather all the assets that you need to display in your app. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna hit right in. I already got this started. So I added a new Blockli featured banner. And what I want to do with this is I want to use this card to do something like a member story, to highlight a specific member, maybe just so that other members of the community can see that this is a featured member of the week or something like that. So in my case, I'm going to feature myself, meet Philip, and then I know that I need a subtitle, right? And so my subtitle in this case is going to be members story. And then the URL. Now this is the most important part of this. The URL is actually where you are going to specify where users will be directed to when they click on that specific UI card. So in this case, it can be a Buddyboss deep link, or any link that is supported natively within the app, or any other link. It could even be an external link outside of your website, because Blockli is compatible, also supports native app pages, as well as web fallbacks as well. So in this case, I'm going to actually put my profile link here. Okay, so next is a tagline. So here is my tagline. So that could be anything. So I'm gonna say I'll call this top rated coach of the week. Now, the call to action button is going to be whatever text that you want here. So I'm going to say, view members profile. Then you're going to add a banner cover image, which is this. So I'm just going to go in. All right, so I'm going to select my picture. Okay, now the last thing I need is the description. So here you have the description. So I'm just going to grab any simple text and put here. So I'll grab that. We're going to go ahead and publish this. Now that this is published, we are going to now go and use the block in an app page. All right, so here we are in an app page. So what I'm gonna do is, since I've already created the post that I want to, the particular post that is going to be reflected here, what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna go grab one of Blockli's block. In this case, it's the featured block. So I'm gonna go. I'll jump down here and then we grab a Blockli banner. Now, by the way, these things in the final product, some of these themes are going to be changed, but of course, we're gonna provide you the documentation on all the final designs that we have. And so here you can see that in the backend as well, you are going to see a preview of what the block looks like, or it's going to look like by the time it shows up in your app. So I'm going to select this block, and I'm going to come down here where it says select specific post. So I'm going to select the specific post, which is Meet Philip. Remember, that was the one that we created. So we're going to select that, and then I'm going to hit update. And that's all I need to do. Once I've created the post, I'll come here, drag in the block, and then select the specific post that I want to show. Once this is updated, then let's jump right back into the app. So here we are in the app. We don't need to rebuild. You don't need to generate a new app build in order for this to show up. All you just need to do is refresh the app page. Once you refresh the app page, there you go. That is your block. That is the card, the UI card that we have just created. And of course, once you click on it, it's going to take you to that specific URL link that we have generated or that we have created, right? In this case, remember, I put it so that it would go to my profile. So you can use this UI cards to point people to different places, different aspects of your app. Now, just for another demo, let me quickly just add another block here. One of my favorite, I'm going to add so that I can just show you how I use this. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna grab one of my video blocks. Now, I've already created a bunch of video blocks for our own specific use case. So every week in my community, we go through, what we call daily devotional. So every day we push out some, 90 seconds video for people to watch and, participate in conversation. And so we always highlight those things in the homepage. So I'm going to scroll down here, select this block. I'm going to go down to where it says category. I'm going to select, because what we've done is each of those posts that we want to show in this specific block, we've actually named them devotional. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to select that I want devotionals to show up. And then the next thing is just to update this. Now that this is updated, let's go back to the app. And all we need to do is go back to that page, pull down to refresh the app page, and there you go. Look at that. This is awesome. And then if you click on each of this, so in our case, we are using those blocks to direct people to specific discussions and forums in our app. So in this case, I can go back here. This one, you can see that, right? So this is compatible with the native app pages as well as web fallbacks. So there's a whole bunch of them that I can add. So I can go back in here. Let me add another one. So we even have our own block, WordPress post block. Of course, you know that Buddyboss has recently released these blocks as well. But what is unique with us is that you get to choose with different multiple style options, which I'm going to show you in another segment in this video. So I'm going to come here. I want to show our blog post, and I'm going to update this. And once it's updated, I'm going to go back to the app. I'm going to pull down to refresh. There you go. Look at that. Awesome. And when you tap on them, the blog posts, right? You can see that. And so this is how the Blockli UI cards work. So what is the feature of Blockli? Our team is already busy working on feature releases for the product. In subsequent releases, we'll be supporting custom post types dynamically in the app. That means that users can create or use existing custom posts and then generate custom blocks for their custom post types in the plugin, and then map those blocks to React Native templates for use in the app without a single line of code. We're also developing full page blocks and React Native components for full app screens, so you can create app pages by simply dragging and dropping a block in the WordPress admin backend. We are also developing a native audio and video playlist features for the Buddyboss app. The AV playlist will support episodes and series, and you can also import your existing podcast into the Buddyboss app from your WordPress website or from your existing podcast host. These are just a sneak peek of the many things that we have on our roadmap for the product. You can see that Blockli is going to become a multifaceted plugin that will provide app owners with a plethora of custom features for their Buddyboss app. We would love to hear your feedback. Your suggestions and ideas are vital to our team, and we would love to get your insights as we build this fantastic product for you. We plan to release Blockli by the end of May 2022, and we invite you to become one of our early adopters. We will be offering an introductory discounted lifetime price to first batch of customers. To get on the list, drop your email in the link in the description or visit my.blockli.dev/adopter. We're excited to bring you Blockli made for the Buddyboss app, and together we will make your Buddyboss app unique, interesting, refreshing, and captivating. So see you at the end of the month when we launch Blockli.